Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the 2025 NBA playoff day night, where today were played the day night in the NBA playoff, where there were four games. There were three games in the Eastern Conference and four games in and only one game, sorry, in the Western Conference. Where in the first game of the day, the Knicks overcome the score and defeated the Pistons 94 for 93, and now the Knicks took a 3-1 lead in the series, and now the series will travel back to New York, where the most probably that the Knicks are going to win this series. And in the second game of the day in the Western Conference, unfortunately, my favorite team lost against the Timberwolves, this time by 3 point difference, where the Lakers the game was very close, where the Lakers took advantage in the third quarter, sorry, for more than 10 point difference, but the Lakers couldn't handle. And in the end, the Lakers lost this game by 3 point difference. Now the Lakers are down 3-1. The series will travel back to Los Angeles, but the most probably the Lakers are going to be eliminated because they can compete and win in the close time. And in the Eastern Conference, the Boston Celtics defeated the Orlando Magic as a away team. They took a 3-1 lead in the series, and now the series will travel back to Boston for the game 5, where the most probably the Celtics, the reigning champion team, are going to win that game, and they're going to qualify to the semi-final run. In the last game of the day that finished in a few minutes ago, in the Eastern Conference, the Indiana Pacers defeated the Milwaukee Bucks as a away team, 129 to 109. With this victory, the, the, the Pacers took a 3-1 lead in the series. The series will travel back to Indiana, where the most probably that the Pacers are going to win that game, and they're going to qualify to the semifinals round. So let's start. Let's talk about a little more about each game. Let's start with the first game. Detroit Pistons 93, New York Knicks 94. This was a tremendous game. It was a playoff game where the Pistons were play a very great basketball, but in the end, the New York Knicks are a very great team. They know how to play these kind of games, and they know how to play in the most important part of the game, in the clutch time. And for that reason, they won this game. The Detroit Pistons, uh, sorry, in the halftime, the New York Knicks were leading this game by 7 point difference, 50 to 43. The Pistons they took I thought that the Knicks were going to win this game easily because they were leading by 7 point difference in the halftime, but in the third quarter, the Pistons made some adjustment in the halftime. They won the third quarter by 14 point difference, 28 by 14. They took the lead of the game, and in the end of the third quarter, the Pistons were leading 71 by 64 by 7 point difference. To be honest, I thought that the Pistons were going to handle that lead. They were leading by more pass of by more part of the quarter, but in the clutch time, in the last 2 minutes of the game, the Knicks took advantage of the game, and they won the game. To be honest, there was some the I don't want to talk about the referees, but to be honest, the referee made some very bad calls from the Pistons that affected them and benefited the Knicks. Where, to be honest, in the last play of the game, the Detroit Pistons had the opportunity to score a triple, but they missed it. But to be honest, I think that was a foul that the Knicks player made to the Detroit Pistons player. The referee didn't call any foul. I think that it was a foul, and the Detroit Pistons will have three opportunities in the free throws. They could have won this game, but in the end they couldn't, and the Knicks won the game by 1 point difference, 94 to 93. With this victory, the New York Knicks took a 3-1 lead in the series, and I think that they're going to win this series because now the series will travel back to New York for the game 5, where I think that the Knicks are going to win that game, and by more than 5 point difference. They're going to win the series, and they're going to qualify to the semi-final rounds. In the second game of the day in the Western Conference, unfortunately, my favorite team, Los Angeles Lakers, they lost against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 113 to 116 in Minnesota. About this game, it was a must that the Lakers could win this game, because if not, they're going to fall to 3-1 in the series, and this is what has happened. The game was very close, where in the halftime, the The Timberwolves were leading by 3 point difference, 61 by 58. To be honest, I thought that the Timberwolves were going to win this game in the second half because they had the lead in the halftime. I thought that they were going to handle, but the Lakers started very great the second half, where in the third quarter they ran a 11-0 and they took the lead of the game. In the third quarter is when the Lakers played East-based basketball, and in the end of the quarter they were leading by 10 point difference, 94 by 84. In the fourth quarter it was a tremendous basketball level because in the first 2-3 minutes of the quarter the Lakers were leading by 10 point difference, but again in the close time in the last 3 minutes of the game the Lakers couldn't compete against the Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves showed that they are a better team than the Lakers. They have a better roster than the Lakers because the Lakers, to be honest, the best player were the big three: LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic. That in this time, Rui Hachimura, one role player, helped these three players, but in the end, the rest of the team couldn't score more points. Also, the Lakers had the opportunity to score the tie, but Austin Reeves missed it. And also, it's the same that happened between the Pistons against Knicks game, where to be honest, the referee made some very calls, where I think that affected the Lakers and benefited the Timberwolves. But in the end, the Lakers they didn't enough because they blew up a 10 points lead in the last quarter. They couldn't handle. For that result, the Lakers lost the game. Also, the problem is that the LeBron James didn't score any point in the fourth quarter, and this affected the team. Now the Lakers fell to a 3-1 in the series, and the series will travel back to Los Angeles, where I think that it's going to be very difficult that the Lakers can win this series, even that because the game 5 will be Los Angeles because the Timberwolves are a better team, and the Lakers reportedly are going to lose that game by more than 5 point difference, and the Lakers are going to be eliminated. And in the third game of the day, the Boston Celtics defeated 107 to Orlando Magic 98. About this game, this has been a very physical series, but to be honest, the Orlando Magic's player have been a very dirty player. In the end, the Boston Celtics were always leading the game. They had an easy game, and the most important is that they won this game easily, 108 to 98. With this victory, the Boston Celtics improved to a 3-1 record. Now the series will travel back to the Boston, Massachusetts, for the game 5, where I think that the Boston Celtics won't have any problem. They will win that game by more than 7 point difference, and the Boston Celtics are going to qualify to the semi-final run. And the last game of the day, the game that finishes in a few minutes ago, the Indiana Pacers defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 129 to 103 as our team. About this game was very close, but unfortunately it was a sad news, especially for the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard got injured in the first quarter, and since that moment, the Indiana Pacers took advantage of that, and they had an easy game and they won this game easily. Unfortunately for the Milwaukee Bucks, Damian Lillard got injured. He didn't return, and they couldn't compete against the Pacers. But also the worst news is it looked like that this Damian Lillard injury, it looked like that it's an ugly injury because the most probably is that it could be an Achilles injury, and the most probably the season is over, and maybe he could miss the rest of the next season. So let's see what this kind of injury, but the most probably is a very ugly injury. But about this game, the Pacers took advantage of that. They were the best team in this game. The Bucks never could reduce the gap, and in the end, the Pacers won the game 129 to 103. With this victory, the Pacers took a 3-1 lead in the series, and now the series will travel back to Indiana for the game 5, where I think that the Pacers won't have any problem, and they will win that game by more than 7 point difference, and they will qualify to the semi-final round. So, what's next? Tomorrow we'll have only for 2 games, where each game for conference, when in the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat will receive the Cleveland Cavaliers and Miami, Florida, and 9:30 Eastern time. The Clevelands are leading this series 3-0. The last game, the Cleveland had an easy game and they won it by 37 point difference. So I think that the Knicks can compete against the Caps, the best team in the Eastern Conference. So I think that the Caps are going to win this game by more than 7 point difference, and they're going to win the series, and they're going to sweep the series, and the Caps are going to qualify to the semi-final run. And in the second game of the day, in the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors will receive the Houston Rockets and San Francisco, California, and 2020 o'clock Eastern time. Remember that the Warriors only in this series 2-1. I think that the most probably is that Jimmy Butler is going to play this game, and because the Warriors are going to play in home, and because they have experience playing in playoffs, I think that the Warriors are going to win this game by more than 3 point difference, and they are going to put 3-1 in the series. So in this video, talk about what happened today, where there were 4 games, 3 games in the Eastern Conference, where the Knicks, Celtics, and Pacers won their games respectively, and they put 3-1 late in the series, each one. And the only game in the Western Conference, unfortunately, my favorite team, Los Angeles Lakers, lost against the Minnesota Timberwolves by 3 point difference. The Lakers are down 3-1 in the series, and the most probably the Lakers are going to be eliminated. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in any of my social media platforms. So see you next video. Gibran.